Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I'm going to be doing one of my favorite videos that I get to do every single year. I love that it's a little bit different from the normal stuff that I post on my channel, but today I'm going to be showing you my 2026 reading journal setup. I do have setups from the last 3 years, I think, if you would like to go check those out as well, but for today I'm going to be showing you the spreads that I'm going to be using next year, and I'm really excited because I get to start in a new journal. This is my journal for 2026. It is from Notebook Therapy. It has this beautiful bee on the cover. I really love this. Also on the spine, so cute. And this is in their original size, so I do believe this is a little bit smaller than the typical journals that you may see, but I really enjoy working in this smaller size, so just to let you know. I know this video is coming to you a little bit earlier. Every single time. I know this video is coming to you a little bit earlier than I would normally post my setup for the next year. Are you just gonna sit back there? She's so cute. But I'm just really excited about getting into these spreads, and I kind of feel like December 1st is the perfect time to kind of start thinking about the new year, so I hope it's not coming to you too early. So without further ado, I think it is time to get on into my spreads. I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, I'm so excited to get into the journaling. I have all of my stuff spread around me. I'm ready to go. Obviously, we need to light our candle first. I do have a lovely green candle to go with the vibe. My intent when picking out this candle was to find a candle with a green jar so it would like look nice with the setup. But I must say, this is actually a very nice scent. It is Citrus Herb from World Market. It smells really nice, very fresh. So let us light the candle so we can, oh, it's never on the first try, get going. I'm so excited to get into it. First, let me talk about the writing implements I have. I have a bunch of Tombos that I'm going to be using. I have a few new ones that I got for the setup, but I also have some that I've been using for a while. If you want to know any of the colors I'm going to be using, I have this little color card. You can pause it, check it out. I feel like you can probably match these pretty well. Like, I think the color is pretty true to what's on the cap. So if you want to know what any of these are, there you go. But these are the Tombos that I'm going to be using. I tried to pick colors that were in the stickers, obviously, so we can have a nice cohesive look. I have all of my typical pens, so I'm going to be using a Pigma FB pen for little titles, doodles, and the like. I have my Art Alternatives pigment liner, which is just like a thicker Pigma Micron, basically. I got this one from Joann's. May she rest in peace. Don't talk about it. I don't want to think about it. But I really like this one. It's a 0.7 size. Then I do have a Pigma Micron in a 0.3 size for like kind of borders, outlines, all that kind of stuff. And then I have a Muji pen in 0.5 for any text that I'm going to be just like journaling, I guess I would say, that I'm going to be writing. Here's my washi tape selection for the spread. I'm going to be using a ton of this gingham washi tape because I love this gingham washi tape, but I will obviously be accenting with like some of this green stuff, some of this black stuff. I'm very excited about these. Then as for stickers, I do have the showstopper, honestly, which is these beautiful fairy stickers. These are from Laverna Grace. I will link these down below. I think this is the only sticker sheet that she sells, which makes me very sad because they are beautiful, but I only have the one for the entire spread, so I will be using these sparingly, that's for sure. But then I also have this like bug sticker sheet that I'm going to be using as well. I have 2 of them, as you can see, because I really like these. This is from Tracy Porter. As you can see, I brought this into Michael's with me, and I was doing some testing on the Tombos, but this is from Tracy Porter. This is called the Flight of Fancy sticker sheet, if you were curious, but I will be using that a lot as well. I also have a couple of stamps, so I have my typical letter stamps, which I don't clean. Don't look at them too closely, I'm so sorry. And then I have this little like postage stamp sticker, which I thought, or stamp, postage? Stamp, whatever, that I'm going to be using as well. Then the rest of the stuff that I'm going to be using is the typical stuff. I have my tape roller, my ink pad, scissors I'm going to be using, and I also have like some book covers and stuff cut out that's going to be for specific spreads later on. So yeah, let's just get on into it. You can finally open up the journal. Also, before I start doing spreads and completely wreck how these look at the beautiful gilded edges with the little bee on the bottom. We just have to appreciate her. So first spread we're going to do is obviously my 2026 title page. Let me show you a couple of the things that I'm planning on using for those. So per usual, I use my mom's Cricut to cut out a title. I'm going to be using the same font that I was using last year, I think, because I really like this font. And I feel like it kind of goes with my woodland, fairy, foresty vibe. I don't know, something about it kind of gives me that. So it just says 2026. I decided to do it in black this year. The last couple of years I've done it in metallics, but this year I thought it would be fun to kind of do something similar to what I've been doing for a lot of my spreads, which is to like do a layered effect with it. So I'm gonna put this on some white paper on some craft paper. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for this. I'm gonna put like stickers around it, washi tape. It's gonna be pretty basic. It's gonna look the same way all of my other title pages do basically, but just a little, like a tiny bit different, you know? So let me just get on into doing the first spread. We're gonna do the title page really quickly here, and then we'll get on into the big stuff. If you guys can't tell already, this is going to be a very busy setup. I feel like this is already so busy. I mean, I like it. I love a busy spread. We should know this by now. But here's my 2026 title page. Honestly, I had to stop myself from putting like more dots. I was like, should I touch this like little, like this white bit here and like put dots? But I want you guys to know I showed a lot of self-restraint in not doing that because I can go overboard, and sometimes I do go overboard. So I'm not gonna do that. But here's the title page. I definitely printed these too big. Like, I initially wanted this to be like inside the border completely, but that's not happening. Also, I feel like there's a spot up here that I feel like I should have a border here, but then I put stuff there already. I'm gonna, hang on. Did that do anything? I don't know, I probably should have put some here too. Oh well, it's too late for that now. We can't do everything right, can we? But I'm happy with this so far. I didn't get to use any of my fairy stickers. I felt like all of the fairy stickers are very like vertical, if that makes sense. I didn't think any of them would fit anywhere like super well on this spread. So that's okay though, because I only have 5 of these for like 7 spreads that I'm gonna be doing. So I need to spread them out. I would have liked to use at least one of them to kind of introduce them into the spread. Nah, I think it's too late for that. Oh well, we'll use it on the next spread. That's okay. So title spread is done. And now we can move on to, well, actually, I'm not going to be doing anything on this spread because I want to do a New Year spread here, which I cannot make until the New Year. So moving, we're also not doing this yet. I simply don't have it in me to do this right now. So we're gonna start on my 2026 TBR spread, I think. So I do have 9 books printed out that I'm going to be putting inside this like border section here. It's gonna look exactly the same as my TBR spread from last year, but I really like the setup of it, so I'm gonna do it again. So I'm gonna put 9 book covers here. I'm going to write like new releases, backlist titles on this side. I haven't fully pinned down what my 2026 TBR is. These are kind of just the ones that I know for sure I'd like to get to, but these are only 9 out of like 15 that I normally do, 15 or 16. So I'm probably not going to be filling this in just yet because I want a little bit more time to think about that and pick a TBR that makes a lot of sense for me in my reading. So not going to fill that in completely, but I will be doing like the outlines of the spread and all of that stuff. So let me go ahead and jump into doing this. right, so I think my yearly TBR spread is done, and I feel like every time I film these videos, I'm like, I really like this spread. I'm like, duh, I really like this spread. I just made it. I feel like maybe, though, I should put some little stickers over here. Tie things together a little bit more, since I put some over here. Maybe like this. Oh, that's kind of nice. I kind of like that. All right. Cool. Also, can I say I'm absolutely in love with this Tombow marker that I picked up. It's like this nice green color. It is so beautiful. It's the Tombow in 126. It is like my favorite shade of green. Like, we all know I love green, but like this is my favorite shade of green. So I think my TBR spread is done. I'm very excited about the 9 that I have here. I'm still fleshing out the others, as I said, but have some new releases on here, such as the Geo Magician. This one sounds so good. It's like dinosaur, fantasy, natural history. What could sound better? I don't know. I also have Agnes Aubert. I don't know how you say that. It sounds French, so I'm gonna go with Aubert. Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter, which is Heather Fawcett's new release. I cannot wait for that. Also, obviously, A Ghastly Catastrophe, so excited for that. Have a couple of classics on here. Have a couple of backlist titles that I've just had for a while, and I'm very excited to get to all of those, and I'm excited to fill out the rest of this. I have it split into 2 sections. Whether or not the spacing on this is gonna work, I'm not sure. I was kind of just putting things wherever, honestly. But I kind of want it to look just like a little bit random, a little bit unplanned, even though it's like very planned. You know what I mean? I feel like that makes sense in my head. So here is my yearly TBR spread done. Also, love this little frog sticker. He's so freaking cute. So we can move on to my 2026 reading goals and favorites of every single month. This is exactly the same spread that I did last year, but I use this spread so much, so I just go through and I pick my favorite book of every single month, and I can have like a little showcase of them. And then I have my reading goals over here, so I can check in and focus on those as well. So I'm just gonna get into doing this one, and I'll be back. So I think the spread is done. I finally got to use some of my stunning fairy stickers, and I'm obsessed with them. They're so pretty. And I cannot wait to use more in the spreads to come. But I thought we could also, while we're doing this, write down or go over my yearly reading goals that I have. A lot of them are very, again, similar to like the reading goals I have every single year. Actually, I think they're all the same reading goals that I have every year, but they're a little bit tweaked. They're a little different. So let's just go ahead and write them down together. So the first one I have is to read a book over 1,000 pages. There's not really any specific reason for it. It's kind of just to push myself out of my comfort zone and force myself to read longer books, because I do tend to like longer books. It's just hard to like start a longer book. So I do have the book selected for that. I'm going to be reading Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, so that'll be fun. Hopefully that'll be fun. My next goal is to read, I've been debating whether I want to do 4, 5, or 6 classics, because I've read quite a few classics this year, so I want to like bump that goal up a little bit because I feel like I can do more. I'm tempted to do 6 because that's a classic every 2 months, which feels doable. And the classics don't have to be super long, so it's not like that big of a commitment. I mean, I do want to read some longer classics, but we'll read 6 new to me classics. My next goal is to read 50 books. That's my goal every single year. I don't really pay too much attention to the number of books that I read because it doesn't really matter that much, but I do like to have some sort of a number goal to work towards. I feel like that's somewhat helpful. Another goal that has graced my list every year for the past couple of years is to read more high fantasy. I feel like I keep trying. I feel like I keep reading some high fantasy, but I don't really know how to quantify it. so I never feel like I actually do it, so I'm just gonna put it on here anyway. I'd like to read some Robin Hobb. I'd like to read some more Terry Pratchett. I feel like I would really like to read a couple of the high fantasy books that I have, such as Malice. What's the other one called? The Spear Cuts Through Water. I'd really like to read some more of The Wheel of Time if I end up reading The Eye of the World this year, so that's kind of my general goal. And then I would also like to read 3 nonfiction books. I've read a couple of nonfiction books this year, which I've really enjoyed, so I'd like to focus on reading more of them. I don't know which ones I'm going to want to read, but I'm just gonna read some. So that does leave me a little bit of room for more goals if I feel like adding more goals later, but for now, this is kind of what we're working with, and this is this spread done. So we can move on to my series tracker. I'm tracking these the same way I've been tracking these for the last however many years. I just really like having these little boxes to fill in. It's very simple, but it's very effective. So I'm gonna get to working on this. Alright, so I've officially finished my series tracker, and I like the rest of the spread. Like, this part, love this part. But I feel like every single year my series tracker title never looks right. Like, I've yet to be content with my title on my series tracker pages. And honestly, I don't know what kind of curse this is. I don't appreciate it though. I mean, it's not terrible. I just feel like the spacing on this isn't nice. I should have traced it out beforehand, but I was like, oh, I'm just gonna freehand it. It'll be fine. It wasn't fine. But I am simply deciding to move on and forget about it. And I'm now just filling in all of the series that I have read, or like the point in the series that I'm at. Have I read, I think I've now read 7 of the Murderbot books, or is it 6? Are there 8 out? Wait, now I don't know. I feel confident that I've read 6. I don't know if I've read 7 or not. I've read 3 of the Anne of Green Gables series. I'd really like to maybe complete the Anne of Green Gables series next year, which is a sad prospect, but I also really would like to read some more of it. Read 2 of those. And then I don't have all of Discworld represented on here, obviously, because I didn't want to draw like 40 boxes. So I've just put the first 10 on here because I have been like accidentally reading them kind of in publication order. So I've read 3 so far out of like the 40 that are in it, so we're just gonna call that good. So there's my series tracker. Obviously I have some space for more series over here if I would like to add some. I feel like maybe I could put more stars on this spread. And then I'm not gonna put any on this side yet because I don't know how long these series are gonna be or how they're gonna fill up that space, so I will add those later at a later date. But for now, we're gonna call this good. All right, so we can move on to my next spread, which is my new releases by month spread. Oh God, I have a space for the title like I do on the last one. Am I gonna be able to make it look good? I don't know. I feel like I need to try some way to like define the space that I'm putting the title in instead of just like going for it. Ooh, I don't know. I'm gonna stew on that. I'm gonna do like the rest of it first and then I'm gonna come to the title. So I'm gonna work on that. right, so new releases by month spread is done. Also, I know that this looks like it reads new releases month by. Let's not talk about it. I knew that when I was writing it, but I feel like it couldn't have worked the other way because of how things are placed already, so we're just gonna pretend that it does make sense. But I'm gonna fill this in at a later date. I have gone through and looked at some new releases for next year, but I feel like I don't have a complete list yet, and I want to just go ahead and do all of it when I have that complete list. So for now, no idea what the new releases by month are. But I'm gonna call this spread done. I think this is good. Also, this has me wishing I would have done this like little like faux washi tape thing for my series tracker. Yeah, it's fine. We are just gonna casually move on to my last proper spread. I do still need to go back and do my bookshelf spread, which low-key I'm kind of dreading because it's always just so time consuming. But for now, I have a new spread, which I'm going to be introducing, which is kind of more of like a yearly reading goal spread, but I want to write a little bit more about it. Obviously, I wrote them very briefly on like one of the other spreads, but I want to make like a whole spread that is focusing on my yearly reading goals. I've even printed out some book covers that kind of coincide with my yearly reading goal if I could grab them. So I'm gonna put these on the spread. It's gonna look very similar to some of my seasonal TBR spreads that I've done. So maybe you've seen this kind of style before from me. I'm gonna do it again because I really like it. And I'm excited to just have a new spread that I can add into these beginning of the year spreads because it's gonna be very like scrapbooky, very haphazard kind of looking. So let's just get into doing this. Alright, I think I've made my favorite spread of the video. I mean, that's not really saying a lot though, because every spread I make that looks like that, I'm like, oh my god, it's my favorite spread. I just love this style so much. I've really been enjoying doing like a more scrapbooky style in my journal in 2025, so I'm definitely going to be continuing that into 2026, but this is definitely my favorite. I will say I did underestimate how much space I would have to write about these goals. So I don't really know if I was able to elaborate on anything. Literally all I wrote on most of these was like, yeah, I want to read 6 books. I'm like, okay, well I already wrote that down somewhere, so I don't really know what the utility of this page is. But also not every page needs to be super utilitarian. Sometimes I just want to make a cute spread. It is time to go back and do, if I could get to it, my bookshelf spread. I love the outcome of it. I love using my bookshelf spread, but like I'm so tired of making them. The process of like outlining everything and coloring everything in, especially doing This Night Sky, it's just a lot, honestly. But I love being able to fill it in, and I love the like end result with it so much that the pain's worth it. But right now I'm like, ugh, don't tell me I have to do this right now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna power through and we're gonna do it. Also, if you guys are curious as to what I have been doing while I've been working on this, I've been listening to The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook by Matt Dinneman. This is the 3rd Dungeon Crawler horror book. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 5. very much enjoying it so far. So at least I have some solid entertainment while I work on this. It's just gonna be a lot. So let's just get into it. I do want to say I did make this spread like slightly different. It's a little bit more book heavy than I normally do because I always end up having to make multiple of these spreads every single year. And while I still think I'm probably gonna have to make another one next year, I don't want to have to make like 3. So I think typically these spreads for me hold 70 to 80 books, but this one I believe holds close to 100. I don't know if it's exactly 100. I apparently counted them incorrectly multiple times, so like I have no idea. But I cut down on the decorations and it's just a lot of books on here because that is the main function of the spread. So I'm going to outline this and then we will come back. Okay, so I have finished outlining, and I keep I guess not forgetting, but I think I underestimated how hard it is to draw circles. Like, I drew them with pencil fine, but now that I had to like redraw them, it's looking a little questionable. But once I color it in, I think you probably won't be able to tell, so like, it'll be fine, but yes, outlining is done, which I guess is probably the part of this that I like the least. So we got the hard stuff over with. I'm also gonna put this title down here. I actually don't really have too much on this spread that I can color in right now anyway, because a lot of the color on this spread comes from me coloring in the books, and obviously I haven't read any of the books yet. So I'm going to color in what I can, and then we'll be done. Oh my gosh, we're so close to being done. It is official. I've officially finished all of my spreads for 2026. Let's get a little round of applause. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this for like 4 hours now. I'm so happy that I'm done, honestly. And I'm so happy with how my spreads have turned out as well. So I would say it was a good use of 4 hours. So let me quickly give you guys a little overview of how the whole thing ended up looking, and then we'll be done with my 2026 setup. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm finally finished with it. So here is my title page. I am, again, very happy with how this looks. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. Well, I have one more little fairy here. I could do something with her. I feel like I don't really know what else I would use her for, so I feel like maybe I should put her on the title page. She doesn't really stick super well because I was gonna put her somewhere else, but then I changed my mind. But we'll put her there. Oh, look at these really tiny little butterfly stickers. They're so cute. Should I like... I'll put these little tiny ones in the titles. Or in the numbers. What am I trying to say? I don't know. That's kind of nice. Wait. I didn't even notice there were these super tiny butterfly stickers on here. They're so cute. Okay, I might also put one in here. I don't want to do too much. I feel like once I start doing too much, then I regret it, but this is fine. So here is my finished title page. Then I have my New Year spread, which is yet to be filled in. Then I have my book tracker, which it looks super boring right now. Most of the time I have some decorations around this spread to add some color before I start filling it in, but I do not have any this time, so it's just a lot of blank space. Then I have my yearly TBR. I think this is maybe my favorite. Is this my favorite one? No, I think my favorite one is later. This is one of my favorite spreads. I just really like how this looks. I love being able to have like a little, you know, 3x3 grid. I love the 3x3 grid. I use the 3x3 grid so frequently. But I love the colors, like the blue and green together just looks so nice, and all the book covers are very like blue and green, so I'm just very happy with this one. And I have my monthly favorites as well as my yearly reading goals. I have my series tracker. I think I hate the title less than I did. I still wouldn't say I love it, but it's growing on me. I feel like it doesn't really matter that much. I just need to stop being dramatic. I think that's what I've decided. And then I have my new releases by month, or new releases month by, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait to fill this in. I will definitely show you guys at some point when I do end up filling this in. And then my last page, because this is kind of just like a page that's stuck together, don't look at it. I have a little bit more on my yearly reading goals. So here we have it, all of my setup spreads for 2026. I cannot wait to start filling them out and using this journal. But for now, I'm gonna go clean my desk because it is an absolute mess. Like, just is driving me nuts. So I will say bye to you guys in the outro. So there we go. Those are going to be all of my setup spreads for next year. I'm so happy with how these turned out. I love the theme. I love the colors. I love the little vines that I put on every page. That will be making an appearance in many, many journaling spreads to come. And I really hope you guys enjoyed doing this setup with me. I know I don't normally post journaling videos on here, but I do like to do the standard ones every single year. They're always so fun for me. Also, if you guys are ever looking for more journaling content, I do bi-monthly journaling videos on my Patreon. You could check that out if you are so inclined. But with that, I think that is everything that I have to share with you guys in this video. Again, really hope you enjoyed the video. Also, really hope you're having a great Monday or whatever day it is that you're watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!